Hi, everyone. This is Jill Morelli with another Applied Genealogy Institute moment. If you remember the last time I presented a tip on making your PowerPoint presentations lists not shift around on your page a whole lot. This time I'm going to talk about how to align your images just the way you want them rather than when they snap to some other position. So to do that, I'm going to start with sharing my screen here. And allow me to do that. And here we go. All right. And so what I'm hoping here is that you've got the whole screen here. So what we're trying to do here is to accurately position images and text blocks in PowerPoint. And sometimes this can be tricky. For example, you've got two images and you want to align them, but they're not quite the right shape or size and that sort of thing. And so when you put them together, sometimes they're off and you want to get this corrected. And this was just a little bit off, but you're trying to align it at the top rather than at the bottom. So you move the picture on the right, the image on the right, and what it does is it snaps above the other one because it's scheduled and default is an amount of shift that you want it to be less than. Well, so how can you accurately position this image? I will tell you that another time that I use this frequently is when I'm trying to put lines under something. I mean, a graphic line in the middle of a page, for example. And sometimes it ends up being a little cockeyed or screwy or something like that, or too close to the text. I get it at least at level, at horizon. I get it to that point, but then it's not at the correct place. Well, here's how you can accurately position that image. You may not be aware of the nudge keys. These keys allow you to nudge the image just a little, a lot less than what the default wants to take you. I will tell you, I learned this by an error. I was in the middle seat on an airplane putting together a presentation at the last minute, and I was worried about it. And I kept working things, and I couldn't get the image to line up right. And I was getting frustrated until the cuff of my sleeve hit the nudge key. And all of a sudden it nudged up. And so just by using the up arrow or the down arrow, you can get an image to line up perfectly across the top. So that's how you accurately position your images and text blocks in PowerPoint. So don't hesitate to use that tip the next time you're putting together a PowerPoint and you can't get it quite to work. Now, I will tell you, this works on Keynote as well, which is the Mac equivalent. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we will be opening our registration week on the 22nd through the 28th of August. We've got a great lineup of 6 classes that I know you're going to want to look into. 4 weeks, learn by doing. There is homework. Kelly's a well-known DNA researcher. Linda's father was Choctaw Indian, and she's going to be actually investigating tribal records across the U.S. and not just relying on the Dawes rolls, which help some tribes, but not all. Lisa has taught the popular course on the records after death, which is perfect for the beginner and intermediate learner. Alina is very familiar with repositories in Europe, wherever your family originated. So if you're interested in doing research in repositories in Europe, I recommend that course. Brenna will be covering the New England state of Connecticut. Oftentimes there's a bit of an overemphasis on Massachusetts, so we're really glad to bring the Connecticut records to you. And finally, John Marie will focus on building a social media presence. This is great for your business or for your social media director of your genealogical society. They might be interested in this course as well. So nevertheless, check it out. Registration week starts the 22nd. We keep it open the whole time. We do send out reminders to those who have signed up for our mailing list. Don't forget to do that. And thank you a lot for listening.